lot of these kids out here, you love the video games, and you say, you know something, a lot of these old folks out there, they're not used to that first person perspective going on, but we youngsters out here, we millennials, sometimes that's all we see.
I don't think there's any other way for me to see life besides first person.
Yeah, you selfish sons of bitches. But
well, you know, they used to doing everything through their cell phone.
Through their cell phones, that's how you see life.
You pay $300 for a concert and you watch it all through your phone.
You self-centered fucks. But that was only going to be a matter of time before they made a movie where it was all about you. Everything was going to be seen through your perspective, even if it's not your name, even if even you're black and your hands are white. You know, they're going to change it up to where it's through your point of view. You know, that's my favorite part right there. They knocked that chick out. She was minding her own business doing some shopping. So, you just gave a GoPro, a gun, and a bag of coke to a 13-year-old and let them lose their fucking mind. If you're repulsed by that description, then this movie is not for you whatsoever, because this movie is a little sexist. Very, trying to be nice. A smidgen, just a smidgen sexist, extremely violent, and extremely childish. But the thing about the film is that it knows it's stupid, and it moves so fast that it doesn't give you time to think about it. It's like trying to have a political argument on a roller coaster. You wrong. No, you're right.
Click.
What are we talking about? I don't know.
You know, can't you see that your isolationist proposals only hurt our economy?
Yeah, people, it's stupid, and it knows it. And you know something, the other thing about the film is that it's a gimmick, and it realizes that. But I think it's a well-produced gimmick. It's a well-directed gimmick. It pulls this gimmick off, and that's all it's really concentrating on right now. I was one of the things that really put into perspective what this movie was all about and how they really realized what they're doing. This was actually a music video beforehand. It was an Indiegogo campaign too at one time. You probably remember that. It was called Hardcore. But before that, it was a music video. And the music video was directed by the guy in the band. His name is, I'm looking right here, Ilya Naishuler. I think he's Russian. He's in a band called Biting Elbows. And I guess he directed the video, and a lot of people thought the video itself was pretty innovative.
Hey,
Get your ass off me. The moment they threw that dog to that window, I knew they didn't give a shit about anything else after that. You know, a lot of times in movies, they'll kill the fuck out of human beings. They'll kill all these human beings. Like, don't kill the poor old dog. Leave the dog alone. They said, fuck that dog. And you know, hey man, look, I that's what I had admiration for this shit right here. That's when I said, hey, you know what? I respect what they're doing. I get it. You don't give a fuck. I get it. And for
you know what? That's the thing, because even with Daredevil, the Punisher, he's a hardcore dude, mass murderer. But when they were threatening to kill that dog, he's like, "Come on, don't kill the dog. Leave him alone."
Oh yeah. You know what? Punisher might save a dog, but Hardcore Henry. Don't give a fuck. And you know, that's when I realized the music video, came out about 3 years ago. You look at a lot of the stunts in that video, I'm thinking for a music video, I wonder how they did all that, because they didn't have a whole lot of money, and there's a lot of stunt work that's going on with that. You know, the majority of what they're doing there is their own stunts, and that's the thing about the film. Now, before I go any further, because I don't want y'all to think I'm dumb, because stupid is stupid. You know, no matter what, let's just call it for what it is. They don't give a shit about the story here at all. There is no story. There's none. I think they started writing the script. They got about 5 pages in. They just said, "Fuck, I gotta go." I'm still here. No, they didn't. They just said we have the premise for a story, and what it is what I told you. This guy is trying to save his girlfriend from some organization that we don't know that's headed up by some blonde, stringy-haired Euro trash guy, and from that moment on, that's all there's nothing fleshed out about this. The characters are just there to be killed. There's the vehicles and buildings are there to be blown up. Girls are there and chicks are there to be sexy.
Everything's fodder.
Show their tits. Everything is fodder. The only thing that you have that's the closest thing to a story in this movie is Sharlto Copley. Now I know you don't like Sharlto Copley too much, man.
This movie changed my mind.
This is the only thing I've liked him in ever.
I liked him in District 9.
Oh yeah, District 9. You got to count District 9.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
I did not like him in District 9.
Okay.
Well, I like him in this, and the reason why
I actually liked him a lot in this. I mean, one of the things I was like not looking forward to is like, oh great, he's going to be in this. And of course, I saw it at South by Southwest where he came out early, and I was like, all right, let's get this shit over with. And he's what turned me around on this movie.
Yeah, I really enjoyed him. He plays a guy who is some respawning British dude, and every time he comes back, he comes back as a different person, and that I think is why people are kind of liking this guy. Look, the movie's really, really sparse on any kind of story at all. So, one, you wonder why does this guy keep coming back as a different person
and in different places,
Mm-hmm. And two, he's the only thing that you have as a true character in the film.
Just stay calm, and I'm handling this, yeah.
ГИБДД Центральный округ. Капитан Березкин, ваше документы, пожалуйста.
Я готов понести наказание.
How many times you want to do that when you got a ticket? Just elbow the cop and just drive on.
Every one of them.
But no, we raise our hands up and just shut the fuck up. License and registration, sir. But you know, when you watch this, I would even say that that even trying to figure out what this organization is that he's wrapped up in, that Henry, you want to know why he's a cyborg. You want to know why. Oh shit! Goddamn!
You don't play me.
Yeah, he's hardcore as hell. You know, you want to know what this organization is that has turned him into this thing, and why is he turned into a cyborg? Who has his wife? I'm gonna tell you right now, it don't fucking matter. But the movie kind of keeps you wondering, and the main thing for me is that I did a lot of research on this movie, and maybe I'm missing something, but I was trying to find out if there was some CG involved. You know, how many of these stunts were tricks of the camera, and there's a few, but most of it really is a dude with a GoPro on his head losing his fucking mind, man. Yeah. It's rare. It's rare that you can have a movie where they have no story and you still kind of give it credit for all the technical stuff. That's usually a big no-no for me. But for this, where it's kind of innovative, I'd say, okay. Oh, well, why were you gonna say what I do?
Well, it's just funny you say it's a big no-no for you, because you have this cycle where when it's first advertised, you're like, that's all I want. That's all I want. then when they give you that, you go like, man, come on, you got to have more than that. That's
Example.
all I want.
When have I done that, Mark?
Every other time. But this was finally the time when you kind of came full circle back to like.
Are you talking when I see trailers and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I lost my shit over this trailer. That's me when I saw this trailer running down the street acting a fucking fool. Yeah, I love this trailer, man, and the movie kind of paid off for me. Like I said, it is a dumb movie, but as long as the movie really does know what it is and it's doing something that's kind of new, and you give an excuse because oh god, you got Captain America up in here. but you know, when it's trying something new and it really wants to concentrate on that, I give it a little bit of leeway right there.
Sure.
And I heard something about you, man. I was wondering, you're the main one that I want to know about. I can kind of see Korey liking it because Korey's a gamer.
But he's also a gamer. He might be more like, well, I see this all the time. It's nothing new for me. I'm not impressed.
And that is true, because this is so dumb. My thumbs start twitching. I see, usually when I watch shit this stupid, I'm playing it,
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sitting up here watching it. Let's hear yours then.
I mean, since it's getting all this comparison to video games, and I'm the resident gamer here, The one thing I think when you say it doesn't really have a story, I thought that was something that they did well, because usually when you jump into a video game, you're like, all right, I'm in this world, what's going on? And you figure out everything from that first person perspective. And as a movie, I think that they did that right here, because in the beginning, you're like, all right, why did they take her? Why is Charlotte Copley everywhere? Why can I do this? Why can I do that? And they explain majority of it once you get towards the end. One of these things, I think this movie had a big problem with pacing. For me, because I feel like it was just going like, oh God, I'm saying this so hardcore that you like.
You knew what you were doing. Don't you even try.
God, I hate that I'm
you
saying
practiced
this.
that shit today.
There's other words you
I'm in the mirror. Hardcore. Hardcore.
Nailed it.
No, but they're just going so balls to the wall that I feel like there's not a moment for you to kind of catch your breath between certain scenes. A lot of the stuff in here is jaw dropping, but I feel like some of it's going so fast that you kind of got to watch it again to get the full glimpse of it. I really want to know Martin's opinion, because you saw it twice.
Right. Yeah, I saw it at South by Southwest, and honestly, it was probably my favorite movie I saw there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I went in, like I saw the trailer, and you kind of hopped up for it, and I was like, I don't know, it seems gimmicky, video game-ish, who knows? But I don't know. I've been playing some video games lately. I was talking to Korey about.
I speak the language.
How I've been all into Wolfenstein: The Third Order. I mean, the New Order, and the new Tomb Raider.
E.T. Atari.
So I guess it's kind of soft me on that, but like the way it opened, I was like, wow, it has that opening just like video games have. And yeah, it threw in like good action right off the bat, and then Charlotte Copley comes in. So it kept being this balance of, rather than just being the gimmick of running around shooting stuff, playing a very like young male driven video game, I also had the thought of like, okay, but there's a mystery of like what is going on.
Yeah.
And there's the humor of Charlotte Copley playing all these British stereotypes that just come out of nowhere. So it's like, man, what is going on with this? So it's the balance of the action and those two things that just kept it going for me, to where I never felt that drop in the pace. It was like constantly, and I was like, what's it going to do next? And it would find just little ways to surprise me. Like you come across that dude who's like in the chair like he's dead, and you have that foot chase with him down the road. That was so cool. Like everything was like, what's going to happen next?
You really do sound like a kid now. That was so cool, man. It was red.
Tubular.
Two other things I liked about it was that it's shot, I guess, in Russia. It takes place there.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing scenes like, I was thinking about how in so many movies, they're in New York. Like what, 80% are New York, some are LA, maybe some city in the Midwest like St. Louis or Chicago, hardly ever. And I'm used to seeing the same scenes over. So here I'm getting scenery that I'm not used to, and I thought that was so cool.
That's a good point.
Like
man.
for me, I was like, yeah, this is like opening things up where I don't know what's going to come next. I don't know what structure is going to be there. Something you touched on is that the big thing about this movie is like, yeah, you know what? It ain't Oscar winning. There ain't no dialogue that you like go like, oh, I got to write that down. Yeah. The story's not really that complex. It's very comic bookish, but the movie is very true to what it is. It sets up what it is, and it sticks with that, and it doesn't budge. It has its integrity. It's like, hey, this is what we're going to give you, and it nailed it.
Yeah, look, people. There's a line in this movie that told me exactly what this movie is and what it wants to be. They're in the middle of a chase. Henry's chasing this guy. I mean, and it's serious. And then this dude looks back out of nowhere and just says, "You gotta have cyborg, have pussy." I was like,
when he said, you go like, wait, what?
Hey man, fuck this guy. Get him. Fuck him up.
yeah, you getting chased by a cyborg? You talking shit like that? That told me right then and there what this movie was about. And the movie takes a little nods. It's a genre film. For me, watching this, like I said, I have respect for a film like this. And I don't know I'm not going to go all the way and give it a full price, because I'm not going to use that as an excuse that they couldn't have a story. I mean, they could have, and that would have felt a lot more satisfying. But for what they gave me, I think it was very entertaining. And sometimes, entertainment it just speaks for itself. Especially, this is a movie that feeds its fanboy or fan person base, because the end of this movie is just fucking nuts.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they throw everything at Henry, man. They throw everything at that GoPro. and it really is one of the most relentless climaxes that I've seen to a movie. It was crazy. I was sitting up there, and normally for a climax, you're like, man, when you gonna stop? I can't take this shit no more. But I was like, man, keep going. Yeah, I'm gonna give this a high matinee. I enjoy it.
Sounds good. To go back to Hark, what I said on, I feel like there was so much stuff, happening at one time. You got to see it twice. That's a good thing, people. Like, this is something I probably will go out and see, probably in D-Box, just to have that motion moment. I feel like the story, for what this movie was, there was more than enough story just to keep everything going, because the story is not the main thing that you're coming to see this film for. You're coming to see it for the action and this first-person perspective. I mean, with that, man, I really can't wait to go see this again. I got to give this a full price.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm right there with everything Korey said.
I might sound crazy, but in this movie, did they ever explain why that dude could do the things he could do? The main villain?
No.
No, that's the thing. That's what I'm talking about. I think they could have described some things.
Something you say about, we should have more story. I get like that's like almost what we're programmed to say, but more story could have dragged this down.
And I tell you what,
it would have been more things to have to address.
You know what? And I don't, because I want to be fair. Maybe I will go full price, because one of the things that I will give it credit for, not having any story, it really does put you in the perspective of Henry, because you don't know what the hell is going on.
Right.
It's engaging.
So why
you can't look away.
Why do you need some story? Now hell with me. I'll give it a full price. I feel like I'm nitpicking shit.
I mean, I don't. And plus, I don't know what the budget was. It seemed like it was small, but they did a lot with it.
Yeah, no, they did. It's the first full-length GoPro movie that they have out there. Yeah, man, this movie. I'm sitting up here talking about how psyched they ended up. I'll give it a matinee. No.
I know, right? I was like, how does that work?
No, I liked it. I liked it. Shit, I liked it enough. I got Mojo sitting over there. I liked it enough to throw my fucking dog through the window. Yeah.